First News with Keeler in the morning on WIBX and WIBX950.com.
Our resident flight attendant, Jay, is standing by on the line right now. And good morning, Jay. Good morning.
Hey, Bill. How are you guys? Yes,
Good.
I am standing by.
Standing by. Is that an official flight terminology?
Yeah, if he's flying,
standby. I'm on
he's got to be
standby.
flying on standby.
Right.
Yes, standby can be when I'm sitting reserve, which is what I did this past weekend.
Okay. Now, did you see the, and maybe you saw it firsthand, but I saw the TV reports of all of these American airline flights that had to be canceled, passengers left standing in the airport, but canceled because they couldn't get enough employees. Wow.
Yes, they are short pilots and flight attendants because of, when COVID hit and our government gave the airlines billions upon billions upon billions of dollars and says, hey, you can pay people not to work.
Yeah. And that's what's going on.
And then now they're saying, I don't want to come back. Now that's both, on the pilot side, flight attendant side, reservations. If you can't get through the reservations, and especially if the airlines are canceling flights, they'll send out an email or other ways to communicate with you. Well, if the things are down as far as the computers, like has been with Southwest the last week every couple hours, with the weather reports, pilots have to have the weather reports, otherwise they can't fly. So it's a combination of a lot of things. People don't realize.
So I am going to be flying this summer. And Can I tell you that we had booked a flight, and I tried to find not the cheapest flight, but the cheapest flight that I could get that had nonstop, that had I didn't think it was going to cancel. So basically, I wanted to go with a name airline, not one of the budget airlines that, God forbid, who knows if you're even going to get there. So they just changed our flight, and it was a nonstop flight. Now there's a stop. So can I do anything with that?
Oh no, because if you read your ticket, they can do that to you.
Yeah.
It's under, when you're watching TV and they have this weight loss program, and then at the bottom of the screen in really tiny letters that you can't read, it says it's not authorized by the FDA.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what's printed on your ticket.
Fair enough. Okay, so we don't have a nonstop flight anymore. And
I remember we talked about before. And you said they were changing your flight. I said, well, maybe because of demand, it went up to a bigger plane, and now what they've done is put you on a two-leg instead of a round trip straight to the destination.
Somebody asking here, I was on a plane and they told me that they could not buy a cocktail unless they were in first class. Are airlines doing that now?
Well, first class is free, and from coach on back, there's no more selling of alcohol. Although, you know what, I came home last night from JFK to Syracuse on Delta, and they did make the announcement that they are selling alcohol, but you can't bring it. It's strange. Each airline has a different policy.
Yeah. I would think that they'd make money off of that. There's got to be a little profit there, right? They're selling.
There's
these little
a lot
things.
of profit when it's $8 and $9 for a mini or a beer.
Yeah. And some of them are so modern now. You can purchase a snack, a sandwich, or a cocktail or a soda right from your seat and swipe your credit card there, so that the flight attendant never really has to deal with any of that exchange.
Yeah, it's very interesting. You can get great reception at 30,000 feet, but Andrew posted, a couple weeks ago on his Facebook page about, dead spots on the phone.
Yeah,
for me, it's always
Central
Walmart, North Utica, but at 30,000 feet, 37,000 feet, you swipe your credit card, and it's in a split second, it's approved.
Yeah, and
the worst is I'm sorry, Jeff, I didn't check with you before I did this story, but if you go up Clinton Street in Whitesboro and over to Middle Settlement Road, it's a cell phone service just drops right out.
Are we talking about airlines or your cell service?
Cell service.
Oh, okay, all right.
But
the question
my point,
was, what
Bill,
are we
is
talking
at
about?
37,000 feet, you can use
right.
a credit card to buy a drink, and in 2 seconds you're approved, but yet there's certain spots in the area with your cell phone that you
don't have coverage. Yep, fair enough. Okay, so I guess that's all the listener questions that I have.
Okay.
What's it been like here? Is you say you got an interesting, crazy story this morning?
Yes. Okay. So since we're short flight attendants, I picked up a 2-day reserve on Sunday and Monday. Sunday they didn't use me. Put me up at the hotel, the Hampton Inn across from LaGuardia Airport. Monday morning, I get called from scheduling. Oh, we got a trip for you. I said, okay, so it's working LaGuardia to Omaha and then heading back. So I worked with a crew from Pittsburgh because for some reason the flight attendant didn't get up that morning. So they grabbed another flight attendant. So when they got to from Pittsburgh to LaGuardia, I met them to do Omaha. I fly to Omaha. They're overnighting in Omaha. I meet up with a new crew from our Columbus base. We're going to do Omaha to LaGuardia. I'm done. They're going to go on to Nashville. Well, we pushed back. There was such storms that we sat on the tarmac for a little over an hour.
Wow.
Came back to the gate, okay? My captain says, well, you know what, we're going to hear in another hour. They're probably going to cancel the flight. So the terminal in Omaha is a very small terminal. So I walked away to a little bit of an area 50 feet away from the gate. I go back. I see that they're hooking up the plane to the tug. I didn't think anything of it because there's passengers there, no gate agents.
Yeah.
I walk away for a few minutes. Scheduling calls me, oh, you're overnighting in Omaha now. I said, okay. I go back to the gate. The plane is gone. They repoed the plane from Omaha to Nashville with my crew bags on the plane.
Wow. You're with your bags
no
on the plane.
on the plane. So what I ended up doing, I called scheduling. I said, the plane's gone. I have nothing, okay? Just uniform on my back.
Yeah.
Get to the hotel, get up yesterday morning at 4 a.m. Now, I got to take an Uber to the airport because the vans don't start running from the hotel until 5:30.
Right.
I Uber to the airport. I go to Minneapolis, St. Paul, fly to Nashville, pick up my bags, fly to LaGuardia. Now I'm done. The only way I'm getting home is going to JFK. So I had to take the Q70 public transportation. I had to take the E or the F train, and then I took the Q10 to get to Kennedy.
Wow.
So it became a 20-hour day for me because I never got home until quarter to 12 last night.
Wow, that is unbelievable. So happens.
You talk about lost bags.
Okay,
remember you were talking about, well, hold on to your bag till the end?
Yep.
I don't know. Hold on to your bag.
Yep.
And don't leave the gate.
And good luck. Even flight attendants can lose their luggage. Wow.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So I also want to say Friday I did DCA to Syracuse, and I had Claudia Tenney on my flight.
Oh, you did? That's really cool.
Yes. Okay, and the first question I asked her, I said, Claudia, what's the story with the price of gas between Syracuse and Utica? I said, I've been commuting for night. She said the same thing that everyone. We're at the end of the pipeline.
Yeah.
There is nothing we can do. I asked her. She said, there's nothing I can do. I've researched this. We're at the end of the pipeline. That is why our price of gas is usually 20 cents more a gallon in Utica area than it is in Syracuse.
Yeah, that's really crazy. I think that's what Ed Welch had said. It's just harder to get it here.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I can't wrap my head around it, but you know what? It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Now, you have to watch because this happens periodically, and I never understand why. But there are times we're usually about 20 cents higher, about 10 cents more than Syracuse, maybe 20 cents higher than the national average. But we're 10 cents higher than Syracuse. There are times Utica-Rome is the lowest average price in the state, meaning we're cheaper than Syracuse, we're cheaper than Albany, we're cheaper than. I wonder what happens on those weeks or those 3 weeks in a month where sometimes that happens.
Yeah,
it's like,
how are we? It's got to be a price increase, and it hasn't hit here yet, but it has hit in Syracuse. That's the only thing I can think. So, all right, interesting. Jay, good stuff. Thanks, man.
All right, well, I'll talk to you guys in a couple weeks, maybe have even more interesting stories.
I just want to give you credit for even talking about that story after what sounds like had to be a really difficult 24 hours for you. So
yeah,
thanks for that.
It was. Let me tell you. But you know what? Andrew's met my somewhat part-time can't figure out girlfriend and her daughter. So I ended up getting her 17-year-old daughter a Nashville sweatshirt because she likes country music and she happens to like me. So when you're dating someone who has a 17-year-old daughter who actually likes you so I said I made lemonade out of lemons.
That's the only way to do it. Only way to do it. All right, good stuff, Jay. Thank you.
All right, have a great day, guys.
You do the same. And by the way, it is going to be kind of a great day. We're looking at low 70s, 73 or so today, I think is the high. Not bad after yesterday. Not bad after the day before. We're in the 90s on the day before, or low 90s. Mm-hmm. We hit low 60s. In some places in the area, it didn't even hit 60 yesterday. And now today we'll be in the 70s. Tomorrow back up in the 80s.
Enjoy it.
Hope you like roller coasters because that's where we live.
Yeah, just back to Jay quickly in his time. The Nashville airport is actually a really cool airport.
I bet it is. It's like some of these are like malls.
Yeah, they've got Tootsie's is one of the big bars on Broadway in Nashville, and they've got a Tootsie's at the airport. So it's live music and drinking and eating. And
the only thing I can tell you is a lot of the stuff is not open, and they're just reopening a lot of things right now, which is kind of disappointing when you go and you're traveling and half the stuff that you would normally have taken advantage of is not there.
You said Tootsie's? You want me to say? TOOTSIE apostrophe S.
Like the movie.
Wouldn't it be Tootsie's then?
Well, the movie was Tootsie's. Come on over here, Toots. That's where it comes from. I believe that's a Paul Buckley line. I could be wrong.
It's